About Abba Moses the Ethiopian, the most renowned among the fathers of Sedek's fathers, I learned that before becoming a monk, he had been a servant of a certain townsman. But because of his extreme stubbornness, bloodthirsty nature, and wild temper, his master drove him away. Then Moses joined a band of robbers. And since he possessed unimaginable physical strength, he soon became the leader of the other bandits. Among his many exploits as a robber, the following story is told. Once Moses became enraged at a certain shepherd. One night, the shepherd's dogs had hindered him as he was on his way to commit a robbery. From that time on, Moses began to look for a way to kill this shepherd, carefully spying out where the man would lead his flock. Finally, he discovered that the shepherd was on the opposite side of the Nile, and at that time the waters had risen, and the river had overflowed for about a mile. Moses then took off the short tunic he was wearing, tied it around his head, took a knife in his teeth, and plunged into the river. In this way, he swam across to the other side. The shepherd, seeing from afar that Moses was swimming toward him, immediately took to flight and hid himself. Moses, not finding the shepherd, vented his rage on the flock. He slaughtered 4 of the finest rams, tied them together with a rope, and swam back across the Nile. There he entered a certain courtyard and skinned the rams. Then he lit a fire, ate the choicest parts of the meat, and exchanged all the hides for wine. After that, he drank no less than 18 Italian measures of Saison wine, and then walked another 15 miles back to his band of robbers. And this very robber, due to certain circumstances, later repented. He rejected his former way of life and turned to the monastic life. He took a cell for himself in Cetus, and there displayed the utmost strictness in ascetic labor. They say that at the very beginning, when he had renounced the world and had just taken a cell for himself, 4 bandits came to him. They did not know that this was Moses himself. Moses seized them, tied them up, threw them over his back like sacks of chaff, and carried them to the gathering of the brethren. "It is not permitted for me to harm anyone now," he said, "but it so happened that these men attacked me. What do you say should be done with them?" The brethren untied the bandits and let them go. When the robbers realized who Moses was, and saw his repentance, they no longer wanted to return to their former way of life. Following Moses' example, they too renounced the world and became experienced monks. Moses practiced such asceticism that it is recorded even in other writings. He engaged in fierce spiritual warfare against the demons and lived with such strictness that he soon equaled the great and perfect fathers. He was ordained a presbyter and shone forth with the greatest spiritual gifts, and after his repose, he left behind 70 disciples.